context. So your emotional well-being starts with your relationship with your mother and your primary take care person, whether it's father, mother, or grandmother, what happened in those years and how that the relationship was. Then understand the social context and the political context, what that mother had to endure, or what was that mother or that caregiver in a good mental condition, were her own needs satisfied, and was she comfortable to be able to educate and take care of you and give you. Otherwise is also generational trauma that is passed over from the caretaker to the child. So all these factors are important, and for me the social emotional education is a very, very important aspect that is missing from our education system, that is missing from the medical care even. There are many psychologists that always prescribe antidepressant or even doctors that say, yeah, you have to lose weight, that is the reason why you have backache. Of course there are things like other factors, like biological factors that influence your well-being. You should do sport, you should eat healthy, you should be responsible. But there are also unresolved emotional problems that trigger sicknesses that have real symptoms, like back pain, neck pain, muscle tension, depression, lack of motivation, inability to focus, distraction, irritability. So different things are influenced by our emotional well-being. That's why we have to focus more on it. And it's actually cheap to do that. You don't need so much. You need yourself and reflection and the power of focus and discipline to take it serious. That is important for you. Take the time for it.
Exactly, that was the question, but you answered it wonderfully. How can emotional education empower adult learners and not only also children and young adults to better communicate, or in general to empower them how to address this emotional dimension? But you already answered this question actually, because we said here, of course it helps to better communicate, to collaborate, to resolve conflicts in personal and in professional context, but of course it has a deeper meaning going into.
Yeah, of course, social emotional intelligence is very important in communication and understanding, and that's why I say the beginning is with yourself. If you are more comfortable with yourself, then you're going to have more successful communication with other people, because we are basically projecting our insecurities and our perception on other people. There is a true-end understanding of a communication. What you say, what the other person understands or interprets. So you can say one thing and two different people can understand two different things, despite you say the same thing in the same way but because of their own situation, they interpret it in a certain way. That is why sometimes it is very important, and it will be the basis of an efficient cooperation between people, both on a personal level, but also on a professional level. In schools, the working place, the applications are unlimited, because all our interactions are based on communication, and our communication is strongly influenced by our feelings. And despite there have been centuries of trying to make people suppress their own emotion, especially in the professional life, like where emotions don't have any place, or you're supposed to take all the decision based on ration and to arguments, and try to put all emotion on subjective perspective on the side, but actually that is impossible. It's just an utopia. All decisions that we made are influenced by our emotions. And of course, in a business, you're going to look at some facts, and you're going to see some numbers, and the decisions are based on that. But still, you have a target group. You have everything is people are the ones that buy the product. So everything is based on emotion. Even marketing or the insurance company, they flourish on people fear. So the insurance company, they are based on people being afraid to buy their insurance products. In advertising, they are using people needs to be happy, and they are showing people things that if they buy those things will help you to achieve more happiness. They are showing you happy people in their advertisement, and see that if you want to be and feel happy, you buy those products. So yeah, there are a lot of applications, and everybody's using it, but there is a taboo tema somehow, or there's a
Because you said that, about that, I have a following question on that. How can be emotional education included in programs addressing young adults, children, adults, so that their professional and personal development can be enhanced?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think everything should start from kindergarten, so from daycare, from child daycare, after into primary school. That is the basis of, or even before that, in the parents' home. So education starts from when the child is a few days old. The child always looks at the parent for communication and validation of his needs, and it starts with people acknowledging themselves and not labeling themselves and judging. I think it's a very important way, and unfortunately in the social media, in the era of digitalization, there are advantages and disadvantages. There's a lot of cancel culture going on, so everybody's judging everybody and they don't take responsibility for it because they can post anonymous